Hey guys, so I just figured I'd use this as a little bit of a warning or something like that. Sorry for the microphone quality in this video. I actually ended up using the Xbox Game Bar to record this because I don't have a video recorder anymore. Um, OBS has been doing some really shady crap, and I'm just not willing to deal with it, so I'm not using OBS anymore. And so I used Xbox Game Bar, and yeah, it didn't record my microphone properly. And this is what my microphone normally sounds like. In the video, it's a little bit crushed and stuff like that, so hopefully it doesn't bother you guys too much, but I figured I'd just let you know that's the problem with this video. So, I already said this in the end of the video, but I'm just gonna say it now just to get it out of the way so it doesn't bother you like halfway through the video. Um, if you want to see any more videos like this, please do subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you are notified whenever I post a new video. Use that comment section to let me know if you want any type of mod or game that you want me to play. I'm open to pretty much everything. And yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy the rest of the video. Hey guys, and welcome to, or back to Minecraft Java Edition. This video is a special one. Sorry, I'm still sick. Still sick. Sorry. Second time this frickin' year, I'm sick again. Um, this time, this video is going to be a little different because this might be a bit of a shorter one. I have actually made a new mod. You can download the mod over at, Planet Minecraft. I will leave a link in the description if you want to try this mod out for yourself. But this was kind of my first attempt at a, well, a mod. I had just gotten MCreator, and I was just getting into it, and I thought, you know, why not try modding a bit? So, I figured I would show it off in today's video, give you guys a little bit of a rundown of it, and if you want to try it out for yourself, you can. Now, I'm going to warn this now, there are spoilers, so if you don't, if you want to, like, try to figure things out yourself, you know, get the mod, try to find things yourself in survival mode, then I suggest that you just go straight to the download, don't watch this video until you're done. But if you don't really care that there are spoilers, you just want to see how the mod works, we'll show it off today. So, what? Why are you mad at me? Oh, never mind, mad at the sheep. So, we're gonna go ahead and get right into it. So, first things first. Oh, sorry. Um, First things first, I have added a couple new things. One of them is from Terraria because nobody has, as far as I know, nobody's added it to Minecraft. They might have, but I don't know. We're gonna actually go to ingredients because that's a better place for me to show you. Cobalt. I added cobalt because why not? Now some of these are just using the regular textures that come with MCreator. Of course, there are other things here like the Cobalt Short Sword, which I ended up naming it the Cobalt Sword on accident, so that's just the name of it. I can't change it. So yeah, you have the Cobalt Sword, and then the Cobalt Sword, which is basically just a Cobalt Short Sword. They're both the same, pretty much the same. I was gonna make this one stronger than this one, but for some reason it didn't. So yeah. I will say there are a few jokes that I've added in this, such as the meat sword. You heard me. Meat sword. So, oh, that's right. You can you can feed wolves with it. You can feed wolves with the meat sword. You can also eat the meat sword. Now this is a raw meat sword. I didn't make it poison you or anything because it's made out of beef. But oh, don't get to that just yet. I'll have to blur that because that's a secret for right now. So we're gonna get out of furnace, and yes, you can cook the meat sword. And what's funny is It has 3.5 attack damage. And then when you cook it, give it a second, the attack damage goes up. So the meat sword, oh yeah, I can give you that. The meat sword, before you cook it, is worse than a wooden sword. But after you cook it, it's just about, what was it? Yeah, it's just under a gold sword. Or it's the same as a stone sword. So now, we're going to go to a few other things. Now, another thing that I added, because I figured it would be absolutely hilarious, is, if I can find a crafting table, there we go. This little thing right here. Not that, hold on. I have to go to food and drinks. Okay, so, if you take a glass bottle and a milk bucket and put it in a crafting table, you get milk. So you just get, now, did I set this to where it could, okay, yeah. You can get milk. Now, again, milk does the exact same thing that a milk bucket usually does, so when you drink it, I'll need to fix that. I don't know why it's set to the eating animation, but it is. Let's see. Let me get a potion effect. So, I am now poisoned. If I drink this milk or eat it in this scenario, it will get rid of it. If I go into here and I cook the milk, I know this is not how milk works in real life, but again, this is Minecraft. I can make the mod however I want. So, cheese. Yes, I made cheese. So, here's another, and then here's another thing. If you take bread and you put it in the crafting table, this is part of the joke. This is a joke food, by the way. If you put the cheese in there, you get cheese sandwich. Now, what happens if you eat the cheese sandwich? You'll have to figure that out for yourself. All I'm going to tell you is that it gives you an achievement, and it gives you an effect, or a couple effects. They're not very good effects, but they're effects. If you cook this, if you cook the cheese sandwich, give it a second, you get a grilled cheese sandwich. Now, I will eat this one because this one's not very special, because if you eat this, it just gives you this achievement. Much better. And when you look at it, I'm not going to show you it because it'll show what the other one is. It'll show it when you look at the description of that one. It'll say, "Don't you feel much better?" So yeah, Cobalt is a little bit better than Diamond, or actually is quite a bit better than Diamond, and is a lot better than Netherite. But I figured I'd make Copper, because that's one of the things that you get in the beginning of the game that's pretty much useless. So I figured I'd do that, and then I did Obsidian. Now, as far as I know, let me test. I'm pretty sure I made Obsidian immune to fire. I think it's immune to lava. Nope. No, it's not. Uh-oh. Nope, stop. Stop. So no, it's not immune to fire. I thought it was. I don't remember which one was. But you have the obsidian, the amethyst, because again, amethyst is pretty much useless, except for, yeah, bone, just because. I mean, it's still pretty good. The ancient stuff, I'll actually show you how to craft this, because this one's a bit weirder, because it's also in here. I have added armor with these different things, so ancient stuff. Maybe it was this one that's immune to fire, I don't know. But, the amethyst sword does glow, and so does the ancient sword. And I'm going to show you how to create the ancient stuff, because the ancient stuff is actually harder to do than regular, because it's different. So you're going to need echo shards, and believe it or not, you'll need to go to natural blocks, and this is fun to play in survival, because it gives you quite a bit of extra challenge to the normal Minecraft world. You're going to need skulk, and I'll show you why right now. So we're going to grab a crafting table, if I can find it. There it is. Oh, wait. Didn't need one. It's right here. I'm going to need some sticks as well. So, give me some stick. In this stick, okay, you're going to take this stick, and you're going to take Echo Shard. You can do that, and it'll immediately give you Ancient Sword. Now, it's supposed to glow like that. It's not enchanted, so it just glows because, I mean, Echo Shard, so I figured why not. Now, you'll notice that I can't... It doesn't work. That's because you have to take Skulk itself and make the armor out of it. Now, I was originally going to make armor that had the Skulk texture, but I couldn't get it to look right, so if any of you in the comments can and want to make like a texture or maybe the armor itself with the Skulk texture, I will update the mod and I will credit you as the texture creator. Alright. Sorry about that. But we have that. That is how you craft the ancient stuff. Brick is exactly what you'd expect. You just use brick. And then you have the meat sword. Now, this is another thing. I'm going to show you how to craft the meat sword because it's literally just 2 raw beef on a stick. Okay? Now, I was talking to my brother and I said, wait a minute. If you put raw beef on a stick, you're not getting a sword. You're getting a kebab. But this is my joke. This is my... Yeah. I wanted to do this. Also, it reminded me of those funny, like, unexpected meme moments of, like, somebody going up to a tree with an axe, looking at their animal, or looking at the sunset, looking back and then going like this. It was... I would love to recreate that, but I can't get the proper music for it. I don't know what the music is called. Again, if you know what it is, comment it down below so that I know, because I have absolutely no idea. But copper is a bit better. I will say that. We have a bunch of these. Now, I will be saying... I will say... Oh, I will show you these in a second. I will say that I am making a couple other mods. I actually just made a little bit of a horror mod. It only adds one thing, but that one thing is actually pretty scary. Especially if you have a shader pack that makes it really dark. And I made a coffee mod. So anybody... So it's basically you get a coffee bean, you put it in a brewing stand with a bottle of water, and you brew it, and it'll make black coffee. Then you add milk and sugar in a crafting table, and it makes coffee, and when you drink it, it gives you speed. So, yeah. There's that, but I'm going to show you this now. So, the reason I mentioned cobalt wasn't just because of the armor and tools. I actually mentioned cobalt because of this. You have a cobalt block now. This block of cobalt is very important because there's this little object that I made that I'm pretty sure I blurred out, but I'll show you it now. The acid sickle. Now there's a reason I called it this, okay? Because I actually added, if I can find one, I'm sure most of you who have played Minecraft, if not all, know about the normally generating lava pools. The little lava lakes, like this, right here. These little lakes of lava will just sort of generate, just wherever. I have added my own type. And this is actually going to introduce a new item that I haven't added yet. If I can find one, I should be able to find it somewhere. Because I have it set to generate pretty much all over the world. Just wherever. There it is. This is a acid pool. This uses this new item that I have also added. Where is it? It should be in natural... Oh, no, it's in functional blocks. I forgot that I did that for some reason. The acid bucket. This is, again, a new item that, well, adds acid. Because that was my first idea. That was the first idea of the entire mod. Well, actually, no. The first idea of the entire mod was the copper helmet. But after I did all the tools and stuff, I think after that, my immediate thought was acid, because it doesn't exist. So I'm going to go grab a bucket, because I need to get rid of this. No, it's not flammable, so it's not going to, like, burn through things. so you don't have to worry about fire spreads being off for this, because this just sort of sits here. And I'll show you it does work. Okay, it does work, and I'll show you that in a bit. But over here, if I can find one, for this, to obtain this item, you're gonna need, hold on. We're gonna need to set the time today. Time set day. Nope. Okay. So you're gonna actually need. Sorry. If I can find a place to put this. There might be one in here. Wait a minute. Nope. Okay. So we're gonna block this off so that I can show you what I'm trying to show you. I need a smithing table. This is another use for the smithing table. Okay. As you know, if you put a smithing table down with a villager, that villager will become a toolsmith. Now, this is normal, and I'm going to have to grind for a second, so I'm probably going to have to speed this up. But what you have to do is you have to get this toolsmith up to level master, the master level. Now, I'm going to actually show you a clip of a video that I made a little while ago that has no talking because I was making it for my dad. So I'll show you that, and I'll show you that I got it up. Now, I will also say that it didn't have this item in it. It had the other item because, for some reason, the trade did not have that one, have this pop up in his trades when he was at master level. So, yeah, I guess it's just random sometimes. But, once you have this item right here, I'm going to play the clip now.
Huh? Huh?
Now, after you have this item right here, take your blocks of cobalt and make the shape of a nether portal. Now, cobalt is also easy to get, and before I light this up, I'll show you where to get it. We're going to go locate biome. Now, I didn't really necessarily want to name this properly, so the biome is just called city, because I didn't really have a name. So, 170 blocks away. That's actually really close. So we have this. That is on my face. What? Huh? There we go. So, this is the biome. It is completely made of concrete and concrete powder. Now, I do realize that I shouldn't have done that, because trees are supposed to grow here, and they don't, because this is not a block that you can grow trees on. So I might need to update that and change that. But whenever you find this biome, there will always there's a cave here. There will always be acid, so you can very easily collect the acid from here if you need it. And when you get the master trade, you'll actually need the acid bucket to get the acid sickle, because you're basically giving him the item that he needs to make it. So if I can find, I don't think I can. In this biome, things like the End City, jungle temples, stuff like that, they can spawn randomly. And sometimes they'll float, sometimes they won't. It's just part of the generation. But there are if it happens to spawn with water around it, under the water, the very top block will always be an ore, or cobalt ore. So that's how you get that, in case you were wondering, just in case. So we're gonna go ahead and drop down here. Excuse me. I'm going to take my block of cobalt now, and I'm going to create the shape of a nether portal. And then you're going to take the acid sickle, and you're going to light it. Now it's going to do this. Now, it's showing lava particles because acid is very, well, if you touch it, it's going to eat you. And not in a good way. So, this is acid flame. This is basically the nether. It uses the nether template, but it has calcite as the filler block, and lava is pretty much completely replaced with acid. Now here's where I'll show you that the acid does in fact work. I'm going to go game mode, survival. Now I also made acid to where my dad wanted me to fix it, and I'm glad that I updated it, because when you jump into acid, it is going to, I didn't realize this, but after making it realistic, if you jump into acid, it's going to eat you slowly, and I'm pretty sure it'll give you exhaustion, so it's harder to get out of. So, I'm gonna jump in. I was crouching. Okay, so I forgot to install the new update, but in the new update, that will in fact say, tried to swim in acid, and it will eat you slower than that. I might have to install the new update real quick just to show you what it actually does, but you know what it does. If you want to go test it, you can. I'm going to go ahead and switch back to creative mode now. Now that I've done that, we have another one. Now, I've also blurred this one usually, and this was the item that was showing in the other one. Chem Portal Igniter. Now, the stick and nether wart is made in a crafting table, literally just by doing exactly that. You're going to take a stick, and where is it? 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 Oh, it might actually be in food and drinks. Is it? No. No. Wait. Ingredients? Oh yeah, nether wart. So I'm pretty sure you can still make this in your... Oh. I was gonna say survival crafting table, but I'm not in I'm not in survival. Sorry. So we're gonna pop a crafting table, stick, nether wart, or nether wart. You're gonna get stick and nether wart. I'm pretty sure that was self-explanatory, but figured I'd show it just in case, or anyways. Now the Chem Portal Igniter. This is another use for the amethyst block. This one, you're going to do the exact same thing as the cobalt. You're going to create a nether portal shape. And then you're going to light it. Now this will do this, which is actually one of my favorite textures and favorite things that it does. And you're going to jump in. Now, I've noticed that it's been known to do this, but you'll see, this is basically the end. Okay? That's basically what this is. This is the end. It shows you the end Farlands. It basically teleports you to the end Farlands. And I'm pretty sure if you take an ender pearl and you find one of these and throw it in there, it should take you to the actual end. So you can actually go through dimensions. Really nice. Whoop. Oh. Oh yeah, this is the filler block. Ground. Which is really gross. Where am I? Help? Where did I go? How did I get all the way over there? Remote getaway. Why did that take me down there? Okay, so I guess that doesn't work very well. But that's fine, because if you need to get to the end, you can just create an end portal here and it'll take you there. But yeah, you can do pretty much whatever you want with these dimensions. I'm gonna say that they are they're actually really fun to play with, because, you know, you can just pretty much do whatever you want. Now, I will say that if you end up creating a portal like this, sometimes it'll spawn you like thousands and millions of blocks away from this, and you can't teleport, so you'll have to, like, sometimes it will, sometimes it won't, sometimes you'll just have to, like, find random spots to build a portal so that it'll actually take you there. And make sure you have enough blocks if you're in survival mode to actually bridge over there. Or maybe an ender pearl, and hope that you arc it enough to take you over there. But yeah, that's that. And I'm actually about to make a music disc mod, so if you guys want me to add any types, any music to this mod, just suggest it, and I will add it. But I think that is that all I added? I think that is all I added. So, yeah. I think, let me make sure I've covered all the bases so that, okay. Yep. I think that's it. So, yeah, if you guys want to see more of stuff like this, showcases of my mods, leave a like. If you did enjoy, of course. If you didn't, you don't have to. The comments are always open for criticism. I'm always open to that, so do let me know. If you want to see more like this, or maybe some gaming stuff or music stuff, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so that you get notified whenever I post a new video. And yeah, if you guys want to see a certain mod like this, that adds just new stuff or utilizes stuff in Minecraft that is pretty much useless, or maybe just a mod with some jokes in it, like the meat sword or the cheese sandwich, do let me know down in the comments. Again, I will leave the download for this mod down in the description, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out.